They assured you that fruit was safe, healthy, and even necessary. However, what if I told you that 5 particular fruits, some of which are consumed daily by the majority of seniors, may be subtly weakening your legs, depleting your muscles, and putting you at risk of falling? More than 61% of seniors over 60 have leg cramps, tremors, or weakness at night, per recent data. And it's not age or medicine most of the time. It's food. Even worse, 99% of seniors are unaware that the fruit at the top of our list, yes, the one touted as heart healthy, can decrease muscular control by 34% and increase the risk of leg cramps by 48% in just a few weeks. It's not merely age if your calves tighten at night or you feel unsteady when standing. This might be the case. We'll show you the 5 fruits that weaken your legs in this video. Finally, we will also provide the 3 strong fruits that can quickly repair the damage and strengthen your legs. Let me submit 2 important questions to you before we reveal these harmful fruits. First, despite eating a healthy diet, have you recently noticed that your legs feel weaker or more cramped? Second, do you frequently eat fruits because you believe they are always healthy? Since we read every comment and provide tailored advice and tips, kindly share your responses in the comments section below. Since fruit number 5 may not even be aware that you are weakening your legs by eating it at night. Let's start with number 5. Dried fruits come in at number 5. Despite their concentrated nutritional value, dried fruits such as dates, raisins, prunes, and dried apricots can cause concentrated problems for your leg muscles. Water is eliminated during the dehydration process that produces dried fruits. However, it omits all the sugar, making a product that is basically sweets masquerading as nutritious food. Consuming dried fruits causes a sharp rise in blood sugar, which can occasionally be 40 to 50% higher than when eating the fresh fruit. Massive insulin releases brought on by these blood sugar surges cause a series of issues for your leg muscles, such as heightened inflammation, decreased blood supply to muscle tissue, and hastened protein deterioration. The proteins in your leg muscles are especially harmed by the glycation process that happens when blood sugar levels remain high. Glycation occurs when sugar molecules bind to proteins, causing them to become rigid and unusable, much like rust on equipment used by leg muscles that must contract and relax thousands of times every day. Weakness, stiffness, and cramping are direct results of this glycation damage. According to research published in the Journal of Gerontology, elderly people those who ate more than 3 servings of dried fruits per week had muscular tissue with 52% more advanced glycation end products than those who only ate fresh fruits. In addition to the sugar issue, sulfites and other preservatives are frequently added to dried fruits, which can cause inflammatory reactions in those who are sensitive. Your legs, fascia, and connective tissue are the precise targets of this inflammation, which exacerbates your weakness and discomfort. Limit consumption to 1 tablespoon twice a week to avoid damage while still enjoying some dried fruits. Always combine them with nuts or seeds to decrease the absorption of sugar. To improve digestion and lower the concentration of sugar, soak dried fruits in water for half an hour before consuming. Even better, opt for frozen berries or fresh fruits, which offer nutrition without the sugar rush. This lesson was learned by Patricia, a 69-year-old Phoenix-based retired nurse, the hard way after experiencing acute leg weakness and cramping, even though she had always been health conscious. Unaware of the consequences, she had been eating almost a cup of dried fruits every day while she snacked on trail mix with raisins and dried cranberries. Her muscle biopsies revealed severe glycation damage in her leg tissue, and her hemoglobin A1C test indicated pre-diabetic blood sugar levels. We took away all of her dry fruits diet, swapping them out for slices of apple and fresh berries, and adding specific vitamins to help fix glycation damage. 2 months later, Patricia's blood sugar returned to normal, her leg cramps fully subsided, and she had the power to go back to her favorite morning walks in the desert, covering 3 of fruit number 4 every day without experiencing any pain. Watermelon is number 4. Particularly during the summer months, watermelon is regarded as the most hydrated fruit. However, for elderly people over 60, watermelon may be among the most misleading reasons for severe cramping at night and limb weakness. This is the reason. The fact that watermelon contains more than 90% water may seem wonderful, but it also has inherent diuretic properties. Your body is eliminating potassium, magnesium, and salt with each bite because it encourages the kidneys to release more urine. The names of these three minerals are the electrolyte trio that regulates hydration inside muscle fibers, neuronal transmission, and muscular contraction. Without them, leg muscles malfunction, twitch erratically, and are unable to relax effectively, which results in cramps and chronic pain. Seniors who ate high-water fruits, such as watermelon, at dinnertime experienced a 37% higher incidence of calf cramps and foot spasms at night than those who did not, according to a 2023 study published in the Journal of Muscle Research. The glycemic index of watermelon is also really high. This indicates that it causes rapid blood sugar elevation, which can result in insulin surges that may sink later, leaving you exhausted, lightheaded, and weak-legged. When attempting to climb stairs or get off the couch, that combination can be perilous. Gloria, a 72-year-old woman, arrived at our clinic complaining of jelly-like legs and a tingling sensation in her thighs every night at around 2 in the morning. She didn't have diabetes, was otherwise healthy, and kept active by doing some light gardening. However, she began eating watermelon after supper nearly every day over the summer. After we made the connection, her symptoms significantly decreased a week later after she stopped eating watermelon and started taking oral magnesium and a potassium-rich smoothie at night to replenish her mineral levels. Later on, she said, "I never imagined something as simple as." Seniors who experience leg cramps or muscle twitches should also avoid watermelon entirely during hot weather unless they are compensating with additional minerals. If you are a watermelon lover, never eat it by itself. Instead, pair it with salted nuts or a small slice of cheese to replenish sodium and slow down sugar absorption. Even better, save watermelon for lunch or early afternoon to avoid the diuretic effect during the night. The third fruit on this list is even more popular and twice as dangerous as fruit number 3, grapes. Grapes appear innocuous, small, juicy, and frequently packaged as heart-healthy or antioxidant-rich. But they can be a surprising trap for seniors over 60, particularly those who experience leg cramps or unsteady gait. Here's the science. Grapes are a great source of glucose and fructose, two sugars that digest quickly and cause blood sugar to spike quickly. The problem is that when blood sugar drops too quickly, the body releases a stress hormone response, which can cause cortisol spikes, trembling muscles, and poor blood flow to the lower limbs. But that's only the beginning. Contain a natural substance called salicylate, a plant-based chemical that is similar to aspirin and is safe in small doses, but it can accumulate and interfere with prostate gland imbalance, which can cause a sensation of tightness in the legs or unexplained cramping, especially in sensitive people or those over 60 who have slower metabolisms and weaker detox pathways. The calves and hamstrings after walking. In a 2022 review published in the European Journal of Nutrition, researchers found that older adults who ate more than 200 grams of high-fructose fruits, such as grapes, reported more lower limb discomfort and temporary neuropathic symptoms. That's not a lot. Only a few handfuls of grapes can surpass that threshold. One man, Henry 70, came in after suffering 2 falls in a week. After looking through his food journal, we discovered that he had been eating red grapes every night for dessert. We stopped him from eating them for 30 days and replaced them with a simple bedtime snack that contained potassium and protein. He said his legs just gave out both times when he stepped off curbs, but he wasn't lightheaded or experiencing any symptoms of a stroke, and his labs were largely normal. After 10 days, his legs felt more stable, and after 3 weeks, he reported no more give out. His physical therapist even noted a noticeable improvement in his ability to initiate steps and balance. If you enjoy eating grapes, limit your intake to once or twice a week. Always watch your body's reaction. And if you experience twitching, heaviness, or random calf spasms, you should avoid them completely before bed. Afterwards, grapes can be the trigger. Let's go on to fruit number 2, which may surprise you greatly: bananas. Wait, bananas? Aren't they supposed to prevent cramps? Well, that's precisely the trap. Since bananas are high in potassium, they have been marketed as the most muscle-friendly fruit. However, the story goes as follows. While bananas do contain potassium, they also have a high sugar content, particularly when they are overripe, which can cause insulin to spike and fall quickly in older adults, causing nerve excitability and weakness in the limbs, especially at night or during periods of inactivity. More worrisome. Bananas are also a good source of resistant starches that ferment in the gut, but they are also a source of amines, which include tyramine and dopamine precursors and can disrupt neurotransmitter balance in people over 60, particularly those taking blood pressure medications or MAO inhibitors. This can cause miscommunication between nerves and muscles, causing the legs to feel weak, twitchy, or even restless. When digestion slows down with age, it becomes problematic for gut health in general. Fermentation causes gas and bloating, which activates the vagus nerve, which can cause leg muscle tone to be disturbed and exacerbate symptoms in people with peripheral neuropathy or circulation problems. One 2020 observational study published in the Journal of Gerontology found that older participants who ate more than one banana a day were 39% more likely to report nocturnal. We observed this firsthand with one of our patients, Maria, a 68-year-old retired teacher who had begun to experience unusual heaviness in her thighs when walking upstairs. Her blood work was clean, she took no diuretics, but she mentioned having leg discomfort compared to those who had none or only a few per week. The effect was most noticeable in those over 65 who were on medications that influence potassium or sodium levels. We advised her to stop eating bananas entirely for 3 weeks, but she changed her routine to include a small serving of baked sweet potato and lightly salted avocado toast. Her symptoms almost disappeared, and her daughter even noticed that she was climbing stairs more confidently again without grabbing the railing every few steps. She was eating a banana in the middle of the morning and another after dinner because her neighbor told her that it would keep her strong. Therefore, if you are over 60 and experiencing weakness, cramping, or leg fatigue, you might want to put the banana habit on hold. If you must, choose a firmer banana that is still slightly green, as it has less sugar and fewer calories. You should also never eat a banana by itself. Instead, pair it with a boiled egg, nuts, or yogurt to slow digestion and soften the glycemic load. Is the most dangerous fruit on this list, and 99% of seniors are unaware of it. Fruit number 1. Pineapple. Pineapple is one of the most deceptive fruits for seniors, as it is frequently marketed as anti-inflammatory due to the presence of an enzyme called bromelain, which aids in the breakdown of proteins. However, these headlines neglect to mention that pineapple is one of the most acidic fruits in the world, which presents a triple threat to seniors over 60, particularly to nerve signaling and leg muscles, as the acidity of pineapple can leach calcium and magnesium from bones and muscles, causing the legs to feel stiff, sore, or cramped. Additionally, pineapple is incredibly high in simple sugars, with a glycemic index higher than table sugar, which causes rapid spikes in blood sugar, followed by dramatic crashes. Cause lightheadedness, unsteadiness in the legs, and trouble balancing. Additionally, pineapple contains oxalates, which are naturally occurring substances that can bind to calcium and decrease its bloodstream availability. When calcium levels are low, muscle contraction becomes irregular, frequently resulting in painful spasms, particularly in the calves or soles of the feet. While pineapple's high vitamin C content may seem wonderful, too much of it can lead to the production of oxalate. In a 2021 clinical observation published in the International Journal of Geriatric Nutrition, seniors who ate pineapple more than 4 times a week were 48% more likely to report leg cramping, foot stiffness, or ankle soreness than those who ate it infrequently. These crystals can accumulate over time and exacerbate neuropathy or joint stiffness in seniors who already have circulation or kidney problems. The effect was most noticeable in postmenopausal women over 65 who had reduced bone density. This was evident in a 73-year-old patient named Leonard, a former mechanic who had recently started practicing Tai Chi. He complained of erratic legs one day, the next wobbly and sore, and he was using pineapple as a digestive aid after every meal. After we stopped using pineapple and switched it out for low-acid berries and a dinner salad high in magnesium, the difference was remarkable. I feel planted again, Leonard stated after 2 weeks. I can't get my legs to stop playing pranks on me. Pineapples can be consumed in moderation and always with a calcium-rich food, such as yogurt, to lessen their negative effects. However, for many elderly people who have long-term leg problems, it is advisable to stay away from pineapple entirely or substitute it with fruits that support rather than undermine their muscles. The 3 best fruits that actually strengthen your legs are blueberries, which are number 3 because they contain special compounds called anthocyanins, which are the pigments that give them their strength. Now that you know the worst offenders, let's change the subject. What fruits should you eat more of to build strength, stop cramps, and feel steady on your feet again? Unlike the problematic polyphenol in grapes, blueberry anthocyanins specifically improve mitochondrial function in aging muscles, increasing energy production by up to 40%, according to research from Tufts University. These compounds also activate genes that promote muscle protein synthesis, while suppressing inflammatory pathways that break down muscle tissue. Their deep blue color and function as molecular shields for your muscle cells make blueberries low in glycemic content. According to studies published in the Journal of Applied Physiology, seniors who ate 1 cup of blueberries every day for 12 weeks saw a 23% increase in leg strength and a 35% decrease in inflammatory markers. The fiber in blueberries also feeds beneficial gut bacteria that produce short-chain fatty acids, which directly fuel muscle recovery and growth, making them perfect for seniors because they provide sweetness without the blood sugar spikes that damage muscle tissue. The second fruit is Granny Smith apples, which have the ideal balance of malic acid, quercetin, and pectin fiber that specifically supports muscle function in aging bodies. For the greatest benefits, eat half to 1 cup of organic blueberries every day, preferably frozen, as freezing actually increases anthocyanin availability by breaking down cell walls. According to a study from the University of Michigan, seniors who ate 1 Granny Smith apple a day demonstrated 28% better muscle endurance and 19% less muscle fatigue during exercise testing. Apple skins contain quercetin, a natural anti-inflammatory that reduces the chronic inflammation that speeds up muscle loss with age. Pectin fiber in apples offers special benefits. Tart apples are essential for the Kb cycle, which is the process your muscles use to produce energy from nutrients. Apples are perfect for maintaining stable blood sugar levels and giving muscles sustained energy because they contain fiber that binds to toxins and excess acids in your digestive system, preventing them from damaging muscle tissue. For best results, eat 1 medium Granny Smith apple per day with the skin on, thoroughly chewed to release maximum nutrients, ideally 30 minutes before your main meal to enhance. Fruit number 1, avocados. Although technically a fruit, avocados are the ideal food for aging bodies to build muscle because they contain a unique profile of monounsaturated fats, potassium, and amino acids that directly support leg strength. The healthy fats in avocados also improve the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins, which are essential for healthy muscle growth. Avocados contain more potassium than bananas, but in a form that is slowly absorbed and perfectly balanced with magnesium, preventing the dangerous spikes that weaken muscles. UCLA research showed that seniors who ate 1 avocado daily for 6 months increased their leg muscle mass by 12% and strength by 31%, while also demonstrating improved balance and a lower risk of falling. Studies show that the combination of nutrients in avocados specifically activates mTOR pathways in muscle cells, which is the primary mechanism for maintaining and building muscle tissue as we age. For maximum benefits, eat half to 1 whole avocado per day, spreading it on whole grain toast or adding it to salads. Glutathione in avocados also functions as a master antioxidant, protecting muscle cells from oxidative damage while supporting the production of growth factors that maintain muscle mass. Getting this muscle-protecting powerhouse daily to keep your legs strong and capable as you age. Now we want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced weakness or leg cramps after eating a particular fruit? What is one fruit that you always believed to be healthy, but now realize may be damaging your legs? Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comment section below. We would love to hear them. Thank you for viewing.